So let's talk about those yummy croissants that could be perfect with the jams we just showed you, or sometimes just butter. Or if you do what I do, I like to go and buy chicken salad already made at the grocery store. Sometimes I make my own. And just about anybody who comes for lunch at my house gets a chicken salad croissant.
Oh.
But these are fresh from France. And I didn't have to go there because Mama don't have time. I don't. I hardly have time to go to the grocery store, so there you go. Jennifer Kovich joining us, our wonderful gourmet food foodie, and she brings us all kinds of great things here at QVC. But it's always lovely to see you.
Good to see you too.
18 of the large croissants. These are not the minis. These are the good-sized croissants. They are fresh from France, but frozen. And then you bake them, and wait till you see what your house smells like when these babies are baked. It's amazing. These are brand new today. We've just gotten them back in. I mean, I say they're new because it's a new set that we are bringing you, but they're $59 and worth every penny.
This allows you to truly be your own patisserie. So if you think about it, if you've ever been to Paris or you've ever been anywhere, quite frankly, in Europe, we supply to so many of those bakeries and patisseries that you may have actually been to in Europe.
Yes.
What we're talking about is 66 layers of that sweet, creamy French butter. It is nothing like what we have here in the United States. You become your own patisserie because you are baking them from frozen in your own home. This is how they will arrive. So if you're thinking, okay, 18, my goodness, how much real estate is that going to take up in my freezer? Not much.
Not much.
So you just take them out, bake at 350 degrees. Do not allow them to rise or proof or any of that stuff. No thawing that's necessary. Bake from frozen. Here's what I cannot stress enough is you're going to allow them to blossom. They will rise beautifully, puff up, and get golden brown. Crispy on the outside, perfectly chewy on the inside, which is exactly what your croissant is supposed to be. And then you too can have your same French experience at home.
I tell
It's
you,
amazing.
when you talk about 66 layers.
Yes.
I mean, you're not kidding.
I mean,
if you look at this piece, we have 800 sets to go around. And
wow.
you watch this, there's just all those different
Yes.
layers, but I'm going to show you also the one that Jennifer has because she will show it as well. I mean, it's amazing when you think 66 layers. What makes a great pastry? Layers.
Layers. And in between those layers of
And
puff
butter.
pastry is butter. That's right. Whisper thin puff pastry. And then we give you that incredible butter with every single one. So think about it. It's puff pastry butter, 66 times that you're getting all that incredible flavor. Now, why we keep emphasizing that is really it's about knowing where it comes from, which is from France, knowing the ingredients. This is not a recipe, a century-old recipe that we brought here to the United States and then we kind of replicated it. These are truly made in France. This is French butter, all the way from Brittany, France. French flour, French water, made the French method. And that's what we love here. So again, you bake them from frozen. So there's no pre-thought that you have to put into this whatsoever. You just simply take them out, place them on parchment paper, 350 degrees in the oven. Do not open your oven door. Allow them to rise beautifully. These will last 6 months in your freezer. So think about that. How are you going to eat 18? Well, you have 6 months.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
You know, you have Easter, you have Mother's Day, you have Father's Day, you have graduation parties, you have the just because moments because
Just
quite
because
frankly,
I deserve it.
That's right.
Or I want it. I
Yes,
don't know. Maybe I don't
yes.
deserve it, but I want it. Yes. Please come in.
This is that breakfast, lunch, dinner, everything in between. Just because I've had a bad day or just because I've had a good day, it really doesn't matter.
Look at that. I mean, that's dessert. Look at her. She brought her own bowl.
I'm collecting for the. I like to feed the backstage crew. Can I take as many
You
of these
can
as I
take
like?
as many
You
of
can.
those as
Can I-
you
this
want.
one was-
And they are warm and fresh, and that's
there's
the best.
600 sets left. Do you know how long sometimes we wait to get these back in? Because they're not from, you know, Kentucky or Washington State or whatever. They're from France.
Wait, can I tell you what's so funny?
What?
I have the very first 1 hour Givenchy show at 7 Eastern tonight. And so this I consider this show prep right here because they're French. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
She preps her show.
By the time 7 p.m. rolls around, she'll be speaking French.
Exactly. Merci. Merci. 600 sets remain. It is so beautiful. I want to go back to the making
Yes.
because there's a trick. The only trick is do not open your oven door.
Yeah.
Do not open your oven door. I know the first time you make it, you open the oven door, and what happens? But then they fall flat.
Oh,
and
yes.
I only had to do that once to say, okay, MB, you're an idiot, and you need to just leave the door shut.
Because here's the thing, you smell the butter.
Yes.
And it's just like, I always say it's like Pepe Le Pew, like you follow the scent.
Yeah.
And then you want to open, like literally you're salivating at the oven door with your hands pressed to the glass. Don't open the door. Just allow it to be completely golden brown, right?
That's the whole thing. You've got to have them brown because then they have enough of a crust on the exterior, as you can see, that they hold up like that. Because imagine those 66 layers. If you don't have a good crust, then that's going to just kind of whoop, you know. And so look at the butter in that thing. It is so amazing. We have fewer than 500 sets left. This is a time to say, you know what? I've never tried those before. I'm going to try it. Do you realize that you can get your money back even on food? Obviously, you don't have to send it back. We don't want to see it again once we've sent it to your house. But you can actually get your money back if you hate something, okay? No problem. But I got to tell you, this may just be one of those, I want to say, special treats that your family gets on Easter or for Easter brunch or the day before. Maybe you do something special on Good Friday, you know? And you serve this with, you know, you can serve this with spaghetti and put a little garlic butter wash over it if you want to.
I love that. Even do like a little bit of olive oil, some garlic, some you know, Italian seasonings. It's just a wonderful, versatile bread, great for brunch if you want to have these for Easter. But how often can you say, as your family is sitting around the table for Easter, and you say, I had these shipped in from France, just special for this occasion.
Look at that.
That's exactly what you're doing. They're shipping right to your door.
Let me tell you, if you go, and we have fewer than 400 sets left, if you go to a grocery store and you try to buy these, you are going to pay big bucks, and a lot of times they're not as good, because guess what? They're not made in France, and France knows where to make them. We go to the best people who know how to do it best. Jennifer is back with something else a little bit later with Germac, and then we're